BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Okay, so the Bling Bishops. For everybody that don't know, Bishop Lamar Whitehead. That's the guy that he was like doing his sermon or whatever the case might be. And then all of a sudden, some guys ran up into his churches and decided to stick him up. That guy. In any regard, I'm not laughing at anybody getting arrested. I mean getting robbed. But that guy, he has been arrested. Okay. So everybody can be clear. Apparently the charges that he's being arrested for is one of them is, so there was a lady. She comes to his church. She was like sick or something. She needed a home or something. He promised to help her get a home. She went and got $90,000 out of her retirement. She gave it to this dude. So the dude gets the money. Then all of a sudden there's no home. At some point, she contacts him. She says, "Yo, what's up with my money?" He tells her it's too late. It's already been invested. So, yeah, that's kind of fraud if that's what happened. For everybody that don't know, you can't do that. You can't take somebody's money and say, "We're taking your money for this thing." But it's really for that thing. The other thing that isn't this thing. Yeah, you can't do that. So, especially not like $90,000. This isn't like somebody's talking like $10. It's not like this is $10. And you're like, well, they said they was gonna do a thing, but it was $10. It's not that big of a deal. $90,000. With that being said, I'm also assuming that whatever he invested in, she never got any returns on. Just so we could be clear. I'm also assuming that part. With that being said, he has been arrested. That's one of the reasons why he's been arrested. Also, there's another complainant, and that complainant is basically saying that he lent or gave him like $5,000 or something along those lines. And then for whatever the reason is, he gave him another $500,000. So yeah, that happened. I don't know what to tell you. Look up in it. Anyway, so as you can see here, New York City, the Bling Bishop Lamar Whitehead gets hit with federal charges for fraud. Well, real quick, I'm gonna play a clip. I gotta hear this guy. Check this out. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear the clip actually. So I'm not gonna actually play the clip. I'm not 100% sure y'all guys are gonna be able to hear it because of the way this is sometimes working. But what I am gonna do is let's look at this article real quick. So check this out, just so we can be clear. It says Bling Bishop Lamar Whitehead, the flashy Brooklyn pastor. Now, one thing I want to be clear about this, and this is the main thing I want y'all to know. This guy's problem all revolves around the fact that he's supposed to be somebody who is preaching the word of the Most High. I want to say something real quick, and I want to be clear about this because I think that there's a misunderstanding here. You're not supposed to be poor and destitute. Like there's people that try to make it seem like, if you're preaching the word of the Most High, you're supposed to be living in a cardboard box. No, the people actually supposed to do for you. But with that being said, we are supposed to all things in moderation. So the simple fact that this dude, this is just the way I feel about this, I could be wrong, but the simple fact that this dude flaunts his good fortune in the way that he does, I don't find that as being somebody that the Most High sent here to be an example of. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, whenever you are a leader in our community, as far as somebody that you're coming, you preaching the Most High's word, you're supposed to first and foremost be an example. We are always going to fall short. We're not perfect, but what in the hell is he doing? He's known as the flashy Brooklyn rapper, pastor, pardon me, rapper. He made headlines earlier this year, robbed at gunpoint. I just told you about that. Says who preaches a prosperity gospel at his Canarsie church. He drives a Rolls Royce, often pricey jewelry. So basically what's happened is He's being indicted on 2 counts of wire fraud. It's those 2 things that I just mentioned. 1 count of extortion and 1 count of making material false statements. Basically, that's what they're basically saying. He's just lying. They're like, look, this guy, he's just telling all of the lies. It says if convicted, he faces a maximum 65 years. Also, apparently, just so we can be clear, this is what I've already told y'all about. So this isn't me just reading the article, just so we can be clear. This is just me getting confirmation of what we've just spoken on. It says the feds allege Whitehead scammed one of his parishioners out of $90,000 of her retirement savings by promising to use the cash to buy a home and instead blowing it on luxury goods and clothing. He said, look, these things is invested. Do you see my belt? In another alleged scheme, Whitehead extorted a businessman for $5,000 and asked the man to lend him $250,000 and promised he could attain favorable actions by the New York City government. So basically, he was like, yo, look, man, I'm the plug. You got to be good with me if you're trying to get those things over there done. The guy said, all right, that's how this works. So he gave him the money because that's how it really does work. And then he wasn't able to follow through on his side of whatever the thing he was supposed to do was. So, yeah, that guy, he's like, where's my bread? Anyway, his campaign of fraud and deceit stops now. Attorney Damian Williams. I'm assuming whoever this person is that he got the $500,000 out of, that's him right there. He's like, I wears these glasses, even though they have 0 lenses in them, but I want you to know I'm all about transparency. You know, this guy's, man. If you're willing, so he's just wearing glasses right here. He's just wearing frames to let you know that he has money to afford these type of frames. He's not even wearing glasses because he's not even trying to protect his eyes. Look, he ain't even got shades in them. He just wants you to know that he has so much money that he's literally buying things that he don't need and serve no actual purpose other than to have them. And for you to know that he can afford to have them. So shout out to this guy. I don't know what to tell you. He does dress pretty spiffy. They're saying if the FBI Assistant Director Michael J. Driscoll also had added, if you're willing to attempt to obtain funds through false promises or threats, the FBI will ensure that you're made to face the consequences of your actions in the criminal justice system. Said Whitehead's new widespread media attention July 23rd, when 3 suspects broke into his church, Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, during a live stream service and robbed them at gunpoint. Now, I'm going to say a couple of things. So there is, I don't know if I got the audio for y'all over here, but there is, he's pissed and he's telling the media off. I guess at the same time, while telling the media off, he's talking about the police, apparently, because what happened is they were the ones saying that they don't believe what happened is real. They was like, look, this is fakes. These things didn't happen, boss. I'm not going to say any names. This is him right here. And I've heard this from the NYPD. I'm not going to say any names. What's going around in the NYPD is Bishop Whitehead set this robbery up. They staged it. So now, why would they respect me in my church if they feel that I'm a criminal? I'm a black man, so automatically I'm a criminal. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the things that they did to me to get me in prison. All they want to talk about is my felony. But how did I get that felony? How did I get it? So explain. I want a public apology from the NYPD. I'm calling on Mayor Adams and I'm calling on the governor of the state of New York to have a meeting with them. I want to meet with the powers that be. Don't ask me to do anything community until y'all meet with me. Okay, stop. Keep pushing this because y'all. First of all, I just want to be clear on something. I didn't know that anybody was asking him to do anything for the community. I didn't know that that was a thing. But in any regard, you're supposed to be a servant of God. What do you mean you're not going to do something for the community if somebody asks you because you're upset? Can somebody explain this to me? So you're upset. So you are not going to do something for the community You servant of God. Okay, so anyway, in any regard, you don't really need to hear the rest of that, right? So this guy's been arrested. They said fraud. I want to know what you guys think. Put it out in the comment section. Do you think that this guy is actually fraudulating peoples? I want to know, is he fraudulating peoples? Because he might be fraudulating peoples, and he might not. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join notification game. Hashtag Bronx Boomers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.
Imagine meeting me for the first time. Bitch! An experience. Life-changing. Life-altering. Never the same again. I envy you.